Have you ever felt trapped by your emotions, reacting impulsively to every criticism, setback, or slight? What if you could move through life with unshakable control, acting as if nothing could rattle you? In this video, inspired by the timeless wisdom of Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich, I'm going to show you how to train your mind to master the art of powerful indifference, reclaim your inner strength, and unlock the path to extraordinary success. If you're ready to transform your mindset and take charge of your destiny, subscribe, hit the bell, and let's dive in. Life is a storm of noise, other people's opinions, daily frustrations, unexpected obstacles. It's relentless, constantly testing your resolve. But as Napoleon Hill teaches, true strength doesn't come from avoiding problems. It comes from mastering your mind in the face of them. The most successful people in the world, think of legends like Andrew Carnegie, whom Hill studied, or modern titans like Elon Musk, don't have fewer challenges. They've simply learned how to respond with clarity and control. Imagine facing a harsh criticism, a public insult, or a crushing failure, and instead of reacting with anger or despair, you simply smile, unshaken, and move forward. That's the power of indifference, a skill Hill championed as the cornerstone of success. When you learn to separate your emotions from external circumstances, you become the architect of your destiny. Hill's most famous principle, what the mind conceives and believes it can achieve, reminds us that your thoughts shape your reality. Control your mind, and the world will bend to your presence. Let's break this down. Every time you react impulsively, say snapping back at an insult or dwelling on a failure, you're handing over your power. Picture this. Someone cuts you off in traffic and you feel your blood boil. You honk, you curse, you let it ruin your mood. Who won that exchange? Not you. They've taken control of your emotions, dictating how you feel. Now imagine a different response. You take a deep breath, let it go, and keep driving, unbothered. That's what Napoleon Hill meant by self-mastery, the ability to choose your response. In Think and Grow Rich, Hill emphasizes that self-discipline is the foundation of wealth and achievement. Instead of drowning in emotional reactions, you observe, learn, and move forward. Failures aren't defeats, they're data, points, opportunities to refine your approach. Criticism? It's just noise unless you choose to give it meaning. By focusing on what truly matters, your goals, your vision, your purpose, you ensure that nothing can shake you. So how do you build this unshakable mindset? Let's explore 3 practical steps drawn directly from Napoleon Hill's teachings, expanded with actionable strategies to help you start today. First, practice the art of the pause. When something triggers you, a rude comment, a setback at work, a personal disappointment, stop. Don't immediately. Take a moment to breathe and ask yourself, does this situation affect my long-term goals? More often than not, the answer is no. This simple pause builds what Hill called mental armor, a shield against the trivial distractions of life. Think of it like training a muscle. The more you practice pausing, the stronger your self-control becomes. For example, imagine you're in a heated meeting and a colleague criticizes your work. Instead of defending yourself impulsively, you pause, nod, and say, "I'll consider that feedback." You've just reclaimed your power, leaving them wondering why you're so composed. Hill believed that every moment of discipline strengthens your ability to achieve greatness. Second, harness the power of visualization. Napoleon Hill was a pioneer in teaching visualization as a tool for success. In Think and Grow Rich, he describes how successful people imagine their goals with vivid clarity, reinforcing their belief in what's possible. To build an unshakable mindset, picture yourself as someone who is calm, confident, and untouchable. Close your eyes each morning and visualize yourself navigating challenges with ease, walking away from insults with a smile, handling setbacks with grace, commanding respect without saying a word. This isn't just daydreaming, it's programming your mind. Hill taught that the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between reality and imagination. By repeatedly visualizing yourself as unshakable, you train your brain to make that image your reality. Try this. Spend 5 minutes daily imagining a scenario where you remain calm under pressure. Maybe it's a tough conversation with a boss or a public speaking moment. See yourself in control, unshaken. Over time, this mental rehearsal rewires your responses, making composure second nature. Third, prioritize what truly matters. Hill's philosophy hinges on the concept of a definite chief aim, a clear, burning desire that drives all your actions. When you know exactly where you're going, distractions lose their grip. Ask yourself, what is my ultimate goal? Is it financial freedom, personal growth, or building a legacy? Write it down, make it specific, and let it guide your decisions. When you have a clear purpose, petty annoyances, someone's judgment, a minor setback, become irrelevant. Hill said, "A burning desire is the starting point of all achievement." For example, if your goal is to start a business, a negative comment about your idea shouldn't derail you. It's just noise. Focus your energy on what moves you closer to your vision and let everything else fall away. This clarity creates an unshakable foundation, making you immune to the chaos of the world. Napoleon Hill also placed immense value on the discipline of silence. Against a world obsessed with noise, people shouting their opinions, seeking validation, or arguing to prove a point, silence is a superpower. The person who speaks less often holds the most power. Why? Because silence creates mystery, commands respect, and gives you control. Imagine you're in an argument and someone tries to provoke you. Instead of firing back, you stay silent, letting their words hang in the air. They expect a reaction, but your silence disarms them. They're left unsettled while you remain in command. Hill taught that true power lies in execution, not in seeking approval. Next time someone tries to pull you into a conflict, don't take the bait. Let silence be your response. Practice this in small moments. Pause before answering a heated email. Hold back from joining a pointless debate. Over time, you'll notice people start to respect you more, not because you demand it, but because your restraint speaks volumes. Detachment is another cornerstone of Hill's philosophy, and it's not about being cold or uncaring. It's about freedom. Uncontrolled emotions like anger or fear sabotage success. Hill believed that clinging to outcomes or others' opinions traps you in a cycle of frustration. When you let go of what you can't control, you become untouchable. Lost a business deal? Learn from it and move on. Someone criticized your work? Evaluate it objectively. If it's useful, use it. If not, discard it. Consider the story of a young entrepreneur who faced rejection after rejection, pitching his idea. Instead of internalizing the no's as failure, he treated them as feedback, refining his approach until he succeeded. That's the power of detachment. It's about redirecting your energy to what propels you forward, not what holds you back. Hill's principle of definiteness of purpose ties into this. When you're laser-focused on your goal, external noise becomes insignificant. Let's dive deeper into why this mindset matters. In Think and Grow Rich, Hill studied the habits of over 500 successful individuals, from inventors to industrialists, and found a common thread. They all mastered their minds. They didn't let emotions dictate their actions. They didn't waste energy on petty conflicts or fleeting setbacks. Instead, they cultivated what Hill called the habit of persistence, pushing forward despite obstacles. Think about a time you let a small annoyance, like a rude comment or a minor failure, derail your day. Now imagine if you'd brushed it off and stayed focused. That's the difference between those who succeed and those who stagnate. Hill's philosophy teaches us that success isn't about avoiding challenges. It's about navigating them with calm, deliberate action. To make this practical, let's explore a real-world scenario. Imagine you're at a family gathering and a relative makes a snide remark about your career choices. The old you might snap back, defend yourself, or stew in resentment. But the unshakable you, inspired by Hill, pauses. You ask yourself, does this person's opinion change my path? The answer is no. So you smile, change the subject, and move on. That simple act of detachment preserves your peace and leaves you in control. Or consider a workplace challenge. Your boss overlooks you for a promotion. Instead of spiraling into self-doubt, you analyze the situation. What skills can you improve? What steps can you take next? By treating setbacks as data, you turn obstacles into stepping stones, just as Hill advocated. Another powerful tool is gratitude, which Hill often linked to a positive mental attitude. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift your perspective away from negativity. Start each day by listing 3 things you appreciate: your health, your opportunities, your ability to grow. This practice rewires your mind to see challenges as temporary and surmountable. Hill believed that a positive mental attitude attracts success, while negativity repels it. By combining gratitude with detachment, you create a mindset that's both resilient and optimistic, ready to tackle any storm. Silence, visualization, and detachment aren't just tactics, they're a way of life. Hill's teachings remind us that the mind is our greatest asset, but only if we train it. Start small. The next time you feel triggered, pause for 10 seconds. Visualize yourself responding with calm confidence. Over time, these moments of discipline build a fortress of mental strength. Hill's concept of auto-suggestion supports this. By repeatedly affirming your ability to stay unshakable, you program your subconscious for success. Try this affirmation: I am in control, unshaken by external noise. Say it daily, and watch how your reactions shift. Let's address a common misconception. Detachment doesn't mean suppressing emotions or becoming robotic. Hill was clear that emotions are part of the human experience. They fuel passion, creativity, and drive. The key is to ensure your emotions serve you, not control you. Feel the anger, acknowledge the disappointment, but don't let them dictate your actions. For example, if a project fails, allow yourself to feel the sting, but then shift to analysis. What went wrong? What can I do better? This approach aligns with Hill's belief that every adversity carries the seed of an equivalent opportunity. As you build this mindset, you'll notice a shift in how others perceive you. People are drawn to those who exude calm under pressure. Hill observed that the most influential leaders, like Henry Ford or Thomas Edison, commanded respect not through loud displays, but through quiet confidence. When you act as if nothing shakes you, you become a mystery, an enigma. Others wonder, how do they stay so composed? That's your power. You don't need to prove yourself. Your presence speaks for itself. Mastering an unshakable mindset is the secret to great achievements, and Napoleon Hill showed us the blueprint. Controlling your mind means controlling your life. It's not about avoiding challenges, but about rising above them with clarity and purpose. Start today. Pause before reacting. Visualize your unshakable self and detach from what doesn't serve you. These small steps compound into massive transformation. Want more tools to transform your mindset and achieve success? Give this video a like, comment "I am unshakable," and subscribe for more content inspired by Think and Grow Rich. Share your biggest challenge to staying unshakable in the comments. Let's build this mindset together. See you next time.